1, 2, 3. Yeah. Good evening, students. Hi. I am Aysha here again, and we meet here. We meet again. Good to be with you. My laptop has some camera-related issues, so I couldn't come. You won't be able to see me, but I'm here for you, and I'm responding to your questions now. So I'll start. Question one is, can Abraham is asking, can we get model question paper for the final exams? See, Abraham, generally, whatever you have been receiving by way of assignments, you think of assignment kind of a question paper, right? And multiply it by 10. So there will be lengthier reading passages. Lengthier reading passages. Because see, you're not going to write anything, and there will be lot of vocabulary and grammar. So lengthier reading passages, vocabulary and grammar. The issue here is that when I submit my material to NPTEL, it is no longer my material anymore. It becomes NPTEL's property. So I cannot personally share any material with you directly. If NPTEL is putting any model question paper for other subjects, then we can also put up our model question paper or last year's sample question paper on the website. But if NPTEL is not doing it for other courses, then we cannot do it for this course also. Dakshana is asking, I didn't register for NPTEL exam. So you didn't register and you cannot register now. I think it's too late for the day. The date of registration is long gone. If you do feel that you need to register and you need to get the certification, then do one thing. You can perhaps apply next year, because now I think even NPTEL office will tell you that it is way past the deadline. So students, as I am answering your questions, you please keep typing in that you are satisfied with my responses. I should know that you are receiving my responses and whether you want me to add anything. Asamtha Sanel is asking how to make it as a professional. Okay, if it's a very general, generic kind of question, it's a general, generic kind of a question. I don't know exactly which profession you mean. But if you are talking, if you think of me as an elder member of your family or as your teacher, and you're asking me for a well-meaning advice, then this is what I can tell you to make it as a professional. Um, so you have to get your qualifications right. You have to be very consistent in your career. I mean, your academic career. And you have to tick all the boxes, whatever is required. If you want, what kind of job you want, and your qualifications should meet the requirements of that job. That is the first thing. And then read as much as possible about the job that you are looking for. If you want to be a software professional, so you have to read and gather as much information about that position and about that career as much as possible, and then see whether you are able to mold yourself to fit the requirements of that particular job. So the key is to keep updating your qualifications and to fit your qualifications to the requirement of the job. Adesh is asking, exam is in December and MCQ pattern will be there. Yes, exam is in December as announced by NPTEL. So you please keep, yeah, don't ask me about the exact date. NPTEL has the discretion to announce the dates and change the dates. So you please keep watching their announcements, not asking me personally. An MCQ pattern is there. Yes, the way your assignments have been going on, that's the way your 100-mark question paper would be there. Vinod is asking, online courses to teach IB school. I think if are you talking about international baccalaureate? The course will should enhance knowledge as well as in. I have no idea about this kind of schooling, because I know ICSE school and I international baccalaureate is kind of I know that there are quite a few schools like that. I really don't know what are their requirements in the English language, how they teach, and what they want in an English teacher. So you will have to. I know that they are more geared towards international style or pattern of syllabus, but somehow I my paths didn't cross with IB international baccalaureate kind of teaching, so I haven't really given it much thought. I'm not an expert in this area, so please, you'll have to do your own research here. John Paul is asking, need to develop professional communication skill. Okay, I would say that give a lot of emphasis on developing your educational skill. You should be able to talk about your subject matter with confidence, not bluff around. I think once you have complete control over your subject matter, that is the best. Then nobody is going to pinpoint, because you're an engineer, or if you're a doctor or an engineer, I mean anyone with a scientific science and technology kind of background, your grammar and your pronunciation do not matter so much if you have control over your subject matter. So that is one aspect. And next is face to face, and of course nowadays we are doing online, but online also it's only for a short while. Soon we will be going back to our normal way of life, hopefully. So your body language also matters a lot, I think, those, and common courtesies, etc. So mastery over your subject matter, control over your body language, and some familiarity with basic etiquettes in anywhere. You show courtesies even within family system. So in a professional setup, you have to show it more, because it's more it's semi formal and formal setup. So those kinds of things are needed. All right. So Jayjit is asking how to improve writing skills. You read a lot. I think the best way, this is a question that comes very frequently to me. If you want to develop your writing skills, you have to read a lot. People who read a lot automatically and at a subconscious, I'm not saying that you cheat or you copy somebody's writing style, but if you read a lot, you will develop vocabulary, a wide range of vocabulary. You will have more control over your syntactical structures, grammar, and the way you form your sentences, and your subject matter also. Okay. So read a lot, read. So how to improve writing skills? Read a lot. Sanjay is asking, as a fresher, how to make resume more effective. You have to tailor your resume to the requirements of the job. So if you for instance, you are applying at an XYZ company, you should look up the company profile and you should see what they want, what they require. If you make a very generic kind of a CV or resume, it would be like any other resume. You won't stand out, and you want to stand out. So, therefore, you have to do some research into the company in where you are going to apply. And after that, highlight your achievements. Perhaps you have attended a very specific kind of a niche kind of a workshop or conference, or you have presented a paper, so something like that. So add to this, and you have done some internship, of course. So these are the things that matter. So some kind of, you're a fresher, but you have done internship, but you have done some kind of teaching assistantship, but you have done, attended some kind of a conference or workshop. So these are the things that will matter. Learn an extra language, not just for the sake of learning a language, but also for sharpening your language skills in general. People who know more languages, in my observation, they are sharper. Okay, they can pick up things fast, and it is always an added advantage. It adds to your CV. Venki Durgam is saying, I speak English. So I don't know what you want to say. Do you want to speak English? So if you want to speak English, please observe those who speak English. Best way is to watch English language news and documentaries. I would suggest don't watch films, because nowadays most of your generation, I am just assuming you're between age 18 and 22, so your generation watches too much of Hollywood cinema, and I don't think you can improve your English language skills by watching films all that much. Watch documentaries, any documentary. It could be science and technology, it could be educational, it could be history based, whatever. Okay, so watch them, watch documentaries, and watch English language news. I won't say that you watch BBC or you watch CBS or American channels and all. It's up to you what kind of English you want to pick up. Ravi Kiran is saying, how can I improve speaking skills? So this is what I am saying. You take participate, volunteer in any activity which makes you want to, which gives you opportunity to speak more. Okay. So if there is any opportunity it comes up, then to where you will be given some kind of a situation where you are where they ask you to speak, participate. So participate more, speak more English, and again the same thing, watch documentaries in English language and watch news in the English language. That's the only way to if you are a beginner, you have to speak, you have to listen to people who speak correctly. And somebody just I just responded to somebody who asked me how to improve my writing skills. So I think nowadays many of our youngsters, they are too much into that internet kind of English or SMS or WhatsApp kind of language. If you are following and if that becomes a habit, it will never break. So you have to be very careful with what you do with your language. Read read tough books in English. I mean, I'm just assuming that we are talking here about developing English languages and not any other language. So read a lot of difficult books in the English language. It could be anything. It could be from architecture, from science and technology, from the background of literature or history or geography or sociology, okay, whatever you want, but read something that challenges you, not something that just gives you a lot of entertainment. All of us who are serious about improving any skills, then you have to let go of the entertainment part, because it is very good. It's very nice that at school level, teachers, sing songs and they entertain with funny stories, etc., cartoons, etc. That is for children. You want to be a serious professional, you have to work at that level. If you want to be a serious professional, you have to read serious books and you have to watch serious programs as a role model. You want to watch people who speak good English. So watch those news channels where people speak very well, politely, not shouting and screaming and debating, but politely, and make sure that you are watching documentaries, perhaps not always in your specific area or subject area, but also in other areas. You should have something, a wide range of topics to talk about, to speak on. So it could be history, it could be politics, it could be geography or sociology. So even if you are not an expert in these areas, pick up something, develop more hobbies, intellectual hobbies, and read more. The more you read, the the more you read, and the more serious programs you watch, you will definitely find that within 6 months to 1 year, there would be a great deal of improvement. Sanjay is asking pronunciation. No one to check my pronunciation. Okay, but you can watch documentaries and you can watch news channels in English language, and you can understand. Perhaps you feel your pronunciation is wrong, and the person who is speaking is if that person has a standard way of speaking which you like, then you should follow that. As simple as that. Okay. So Jyotish Shankar is asking future needs of technical English. Future needs of technical English. You should be able to write your reports well. I think that is important. Okay. So the important thing would be to write your reports well. Then to be able to make effective presentations, standing up and making presentations in front of a group of people, addressing a large number of audience. So, and also like we have, what these couple of months have taught us, digital media and addressing our listeners online. So you should be able to modulate your voice and modulate your subject matter and modulate your and be flexible enough to learn new things. I think those are the future needs of technical English. To be able to write well your reports, etc., to be able to present confidently, and to update your skills, especially technical skills, so that you can work online and you can address all kinds of issues online of your client, your customers, your students. Dinesh Reddy asks me a personal question, so I will skip that. Dattashri is asking what kind of vocabulary should be used at interviews. Very formal, extremely formal, and no slang, please, and no shortcuts. And there are no shortcuts in life. So, one thing that I would say, in a very general way, that what do people want, and it also responds to that key for success question. No shortcuts. You have to, every day is a challenge, every day is a struggle. Every day you have to work at improving yourself. Don't think you have achieved a lot. The day you think you have achieved a lot, that would be the end. Okay. And never stop learning. And it never, by never stop learning, you can of course you can uh, perhaps try to take a new hobby, new course, online course. There are so many number of courses available online nowadays, so you can do that. And keep learning, keep adding to your repertoire. So coming back to this vocabulary question, at interviews, you have to be very formal. No slang, no abbreviations, and no chatty behavior with the interviewers. I have been at several interviews recently online, especially for selection committees, etc. And I find that there are some students, some candidates there who start becoming very informal, and people don't like that. So interviews are not all about, you just be in control of your subject matter and be polite and use polite vocabulary. Okay, Kiran is asking fluency in English. Again, Kiran, read a lot. Okay. If you read consistently, good English language newspapers and good books, it will help you. Okay. And watch English documentaries, English language news. Harshita is asking English diversities in countries. Yes, English diversity is there. If you go to UK and Canada, say, they do speak same kind of vocabulary, and also accents are similar. And Canadian, of course, are closer to American accents, but writing style is quite similar to UK style. And America uses a different set of vocabulary, and although there are little differences, Australia has a very different style of pronunciation, accents, etc. Okay, but whatever you do, so no one is saying that you become, you start speaking like the Queen of England or Prince Charles of England. So this is not what you are saying. What we are saying is that if you want to follow British English or American English, by American English we mean North American English. So Canada and US. So you stick to one format and develop your vocabulary in that area. The police has, okay, it's a very very these kind of, Mrs. Kavita, or Miss Kavita, this question is very redundant. You can get lot of exercise and practices on the internet about subject verb agreement. Okay, so police is generally considered as a collective noun, singular. Okay, although it has a group of people, but police has, generally speaking, police has. Santosh Kumar, how to become an expert in English language and what are the factors need to be followed. So again, read a lot of books. Okay, and same, and I can say about the next three questions also. Ravi and Tarun, all of you are asking the same question in different words. How to improve grammar basics, how to develop correct usage of accurate words. Same answer to all three questions. Okay, read a lot, read newspapers, English language newspapers. Hmm? Then watch a lot of news in English language and also watch documentaries. This is the first step. When you look at a standard model of good spoken English, good written English, your grammar and vocabulary will improve not overnight but over a period of time. It will take 1 to 2 years, depending on your sincerity, how much time you are able to put in for developing English. And please get out of that SMS and WhatsApp kind of language, or whatever is the social media kind of English language. Very few websites or social media kind of websites are giving you exposure to the kind of language that you want. See, I'm not saying that they are good or not good. All right, I'm not on any social media. But what I'm saying is that you want to raise your standards, you have to read standard English texts by people who are well known in their areas. So this is what I have to say. Now we can end up this session today because not too many questions. We have been meeting. This is our third meeting, and what I want you to do is that I am hoping that you have already submitted your assignments and you are getting your feedback. If anything else, you can send a question at the discussion forum, and we will respond to. I will respond to it at the earliest. The books that I have been Oxford English Language Dictionary, Advanced English Language Dictionary, that you already know, and Martin Huing's Advanced English Grammar. And for basic English, you should read Wren and Martin, WREN, Wren and Martin English Language. Those are the three basic books that will cover most of your grammar and vocabulary needs. All right. And after that, you read. It depends on how much you want to read, how much you are able to read. The more you read, better it is. Divyanshu is asking how to answer perfectly passage questions. You have to read the passage. It's always tricky. So you have to look at the coordinators and conjunctions, that whether it is adding something, or it's opposing something, or it's contrasting something. That's the key there. The paragraph kinds of questions or comprehensive questions are always very tricky. Again, it comes with lot of uh, practice. The more you read, the better you will be able to follow. Student Zone is asking, can you please tell how to write to professors? Okay, so it should be formal or semi-formal, and always state your concern. Okay, dear, generally we are told dear sir or dear ma'am. See, however informal you may become, dear sir and dear ma'am are the safest way of addressing your professors. And then after the initial greetings, you can come straight to the point. What is your concern, or what do you want from them? And then perhaps yeah, so on possible PhD or postdoc positions. Yes, so you tell them about yourself. Tell them about yourself, who you are, where are you from, why are you writing to them. And you should always say that why do you want to work with a particular person. You're writing to a particular professor. So what is his or her specialization, and why only that person and not someone else? So you have to be able to say that, yeah, I can see your question. I can see your question. So you have to please make it very, come up front that I know your work. I have read a book or journal article by you, and this is the area that I am interested in. And um, uh, preferably add your CV. Generally, professors will look at your CV. If your mark sheets at MA level are very good, they will consider you for PhD. If your PhD has good publications, etc., they will consider you for postdoc. Okay, and at the end of the day, it all depends on whether the professor and you are, there is some kind of a match. Okay, there is some kind of an alliance. So misalliance doesn't work. Good alliance works out. So you have to, yeah, keep, and don't put all your eggs in one basket. you want to do PhD or postdoc, don't write only to one person, but write to different people in that same domain from different universities. I don't even think that respected sir is the best way. Dear sir or dear ma'am is the best way. Okay, so dear sir and dear ma'am is the best way. Respected sir and respected ma'am is a really archaic way of writing. So best way is always dear sir or dear ma'am. It's the safest way. Did I answer you, student zone? Are you okay with me? Ravi Mathur, Tarun, etc. Are you okay? Did I respond to you, Santosh? So yeah. So keep watching the website. Keep watching the website of NPTEL and all the necessary. All right. Thank you. Thanks a lot. So all the necessary announcements and information would be put up there. Read a lot and watch good documentaries and good news channels, and I think you will be there. All right, then. Thank you so much and take care. Karthik? Yes, Karthik, I think we have responded to all. Yeah, we can sign off. Okay, thank you, everyone. Thanks for joining, and bye bye.